Go ahead
All
and
right, good
start.
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
Get started. Can I get an approval of the minutes from the July 22nd meeting, please?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Andy,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
motion carries. Can I get an approval of the payroll?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Andy,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
motion approved. Any old business? Hearing none. New business. Heather Metcalf, request for approval of CARES Act draw reimbursement number 10 and 11.
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve both.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Andy,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
motion
you.
carries. Heather, I sent you an email yesterday and I think I copied all of the city council members. I know we've had conversations of what is allowed through that funding. I'm open to ideas, but the overtime expense that has fallen on us from all of these different events around the city that have required extra police protection has become an enormous strain on our budget with overtime.
Mhm.
I know on surface, somebody may say that's not COVID related, but in all honesty, I think if any psychologists were to look at this, I think they could make a valid argument that this is COVID related. I really like to get some help here and make a pitch to get some relief for this. This is getting extremely expensive for the city. Anytime somebody wants to put on a march or an event, we have to, or anytime something in Louisville is getting out of hand, the police officers are being pulled in. They're getting no weekends off. Overtime is costing the taxpayers of Jeffersonville an enormous amount of money. Any department head who can help and assist in this, I would really like to put some minds together and come up with something here to pitch, because this is COVID related. This overtime expense, I mean, when you have any kind of event, it's costing us between $60,000 and $75,000 per event in overtime. Jeffersonville can't sustain that. I need some help.
Yeah, I think if we had a really good narrative that we could send to the Indiana Finance Authority and get their approval on that, but I know that they also need all kinds of backup to go with it too.
Well, anybody that can help with that, let's get together and try and craft something here. But
I might be able to help with some of that as well. So,
Good,
Okay.
good.
All right, thank you.
mhm.
So that was taken care of. Bill Burns, Aristocrat Builders, request for approval of a dumpster replacement in front of 527 East Chestnut Street. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, and thank you. We did place a dumpster there last week and appreciate that approval. That one's full. We're taking it away hopefully today and getting approval for another one. We're actually putting the dumpster on the Meigs Avenue side where there are 0 cars parked there since we've owned the house there. So it's not really disrupting any kind of traffic flow or anything on the Chestnut Street side. Would respectfully request that we could keep it for a period of 14 days there. I don't think we'll fill this one quite as fast.
Yep. Okay, that'd be fine with us, Mayor.
Well, I guess I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion to. Second.
I got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Andy,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
motion carries. We've had a couple of, I should say more than a couple. The Sand Hill neighborhood actually has seen, apparently something is going on GPS. I've talked with Donnie Croft and Matt Owen. They've been reached by some of the neighbors. We have been contacted by some of the neighbors. I don't know that we've got an answer to fix this problem, but semis are apparently coming off of Utica Pike and A Street and being told by their GPS system to turn down Perrin Lane and Hopkins Lane. Apparently, there's some confusion between Houston and one of the roads out in River Ridge, I believe. So, Chief, I know you do not have the manpower to place an officer at these locations, but I think on Mulberry Street or Pearl Street, there are signs that say no semis. I would like to place a no semi sign along Utica Pike and along A Street as you enter Perrin and Hopkins, to be placed there. Hopefully the semis will see the sign. Hopefully they'll recognize they're on a small residential road. But I will make a motion to have those signs put in place. Can I get a second?
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Andy?
Aye.
Rob?
Aye.
Motion carries. Let me just come back to something we were just talking about with the overtime on the police. The overtime is actually, I guess you think you could make an argument to control crowd control to reduce the risk of COVID to the public. So I guess that's what I'm shooting for, Heather and Delynn. But obviously, Clark County has seen a spike in COVID. I think a lot of it is due to outdoor protest. People are getting extremely close. Our officers are having to get into the middle of it. So, I think that's the angle we need to shoot for here. Somebody, like I said, on the surface may say this isn't COVID related, but when you have a large gathering of people and you're putting the police officers down there in the middle of it, trying to control the crowd, trying to keep them on sidewalks, you are protecting the public from COVID when you put those officers in action. So with that, I'd like to see something put together, but I know it's well beyond $100,000 now that we have used in police overtime just dealing with this. So with that, and also one more item, maybe two. The new downtown elementary school opened up just about 30 minutes ago. It was great to see Franklin Square and all the kids coming in. I know Chief Kavanaugh was there with me. We did notice, I guess this is going to involve engineering and street department, but where the parents are dropping off children on the backside of the school, those cars are being directed to turn left as they come out of the street behind Franklin Square Elementary. Instead of turning right to go into Court Avenue, we need them to go left. There are cars parked along the street there as you turn left, right up against the turn. I need at least 12 feet of yellow paint put on that curb turning left. So no cars are parked there, because the cars in the morning are going to be turning left to get out of there. And Andy, if there's anything you can think of as an engineer to control traffic, we want to, instead of just putting a sawhorse out in the middle of the street, the neighbors are going to need to be able to access Court Avenue, but we don't want the parents dropping cars off to turn right on the court. So I need everything to go left coming out of that area.
So we
Go ahead.
had a meeting down there with a couple of officers, SRO, Chad Shank, as well as the principal and I believe vice principal last Friday. We met for about 2 hours talking about traffic issues and drop off and pickups. I was planning to be there today. I couldn't be there this morning, but I'm going to be there tomorrow morning. I want to put my eyes on it now that they're actually in business. Discuss it. They had There's going to be some issues down there. We know that.
There's no doubt. I think the quicker we get a handle on it, the quicker everybody's going to recognize the pattern. And I'm sure it will come in time. That car parked there along the side of the street of Mechanic, right up against that road, causes a problem for a car pulling out to go left. So I do need, Kevin, can you get the street department to paint that curve maybe 12 feet left of that lane that comes out onto Mechanic there, please?
Yes, sir. I'm
Jeremy.
actually setting in for Kevin. This is Jeremy. I'm setting in for Kevin. I've got that documented, Mayor.
All right. And then Chad Rigel, is there a balance due on United with the design phase of work they had done and not yet received payment for? That was something we were in discussion of last week. If something needs to be cleared up to get that paid, I'd like to do that now. Is there anything required to do that?
You're muted, Chad.
Chad?
I thought we were going to approve a change order or an addendum to their agreement today, but it's not on the agenda.
Correct.
Well-
It was a little bit of a miscommunication, but no, Andy sent me the latest invoice from United and I've already sent it through Cassie, so it should be in the works. I'll
Okay.
check with-
All right. And Les, just so you know, I spoke with Chad yesterday with planning and zoning and the design for the streetscape project all the way from Claysburg down to the river. The contract is with United to do that. I instructed Chad to go forward with that. I've instructed United to proceed with that. I know part of that project is finished and it turned out beautiful. We still have some design phase still to go, but I did give the go ahead to United and told Chad. So that will be forthcoming. I just wanted to make sure if there was any outstanding bill out there, it got taken care of. But Chad, you're confident that took place?
Yes, I'll look into it, but yeah, it just started through the process, so.
Okay. All right. I think I just set a record for the longest Board of Works meeting under my reign. So is there anything else? Okay. And
Motion to approve.
ASHAC didn't even talk. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. I got a motion to adjourn. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you back here in 2 minutes.
All right.
Meeting.